sunshine. Glorious sunshine. It's popping in. It pops in and it pops out. So we'll see how this session goes as to how much sunshine we're actually going to be able to enjoy. Hello, I'm Kathleen Gander. I'm going to be doing a presentation on embodiment, and we're going to also do a little exercise too today. So a little bit about myself. I am a sexual wellness educator. I am a sexual discovery coach. I am also the author of an upcoming book. Current work title is Life is Just an Orgasm. And I'm also a pure romance consultant. So I keep pretty busy, and that's the way I like it. That's who I am. I like having my fingers in a lot of little pots. So this is one of the pots I decided to jump into, is to do a presentation for this awesome conference. And I'd love to thank the ladies for allowing me to do this. So today we're going to talk about embodiment. So I'm going to be quite honest here. I just learned about what embodiment was maybe a few weeks ago. I've always taught on it. I've never called it embodiment before. It's a form of meditation that is for working with your body versus working with your mind. AKA, I call it masturbation, but it is a different form of masturbation. It's a very in-depth, not in-depth, that's not the right word. I think I'm trying to find the right word. It's very empowering, very loving, very caring way to discover your body. And we're going to talk pretty much head to toe. Okay. So how is this different than regular meditation? Well, regular meditation, you're working with your mind, you're relaxing your mind, you're calming your mind. Some people are really great at it. Some people, not so much. I do try. Usually when I'm doing the mind meditation, if I'm in one of those moods, it becomes embodiment. I'll be quite honest. I then take the time to do a little of body exploration, and then I go into, I always wondered, I'm not sure what your level of comfort is with your own sexuality and your sexual being, but if sometimes you get into where you're pleasuring yourself and you are into a totally different world, and then sometimes you just fall asleep and it's almost like a meditation, like you are somewhere else. You're just fully present and just calmness, right? So the advantages of this, what we're going to be doing, is that it is for self-love, it's for self-discovery, for yourself. If you have a partner, it's even better, because then you can learn about yourself and how they can pleasure you. So it does, our minds and bodies are connected, so that connection will occur. Also, it's great for pelvic health, so it's great for your pelvic floor. And it's just a general nice way to calm and relax. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about some sexual wellness before we get into an exercise. And don't worry, during the exercise, I'm not going to be doing a full-on demonstration. My clothes aren't coming off. No, not today. Not for this. We are going to go there. I'm going to be very honest. We're going to go there, but I'll talk about it first. And today's not about any judgment. It's not about any limiting beliefs. It's just about you and your body and your presence. So the goal, as we go through this process, is not necessarily to orgasm. Okay, this isn't about, I need to achieve an orgasm during this exercise. No, that's a nice to have. 2 or 3 are even better. But we're here to just kind of feel and to see how we feel about our bodies and how our body feels. So if you want to get some tools, if you're going to be doing this out in the forest, if you like to ground, great. If you want to be directly on the ground, that's awesome. Personally, I'm not a big fan of ants and picky grass, so I have a blanket. And it also just had a torrential downpour, so it's a little wet, so I want to make sure that, I kind of stay a little dry. Little inside joke there. And bring some other tools with you. If you like enhancement creams or lubricants or vibrators, feel free to bring those along. I highly recommend you bring a pen and paper or a journal, because as you're going through this exercise, and once you finish, you may want to record your different sensations and what parts of your body felt the best, what new little discoveries you had. So it's a great way to just kind of track all of that information, right? So a little bit about us as women. So our largest sex organ is our skin, right from head to toe. Literally, we can orgasm anywhere. Someone, remember the Addams Family? I don't know how old you are and who's all watching, but the Addams Family was an interesting household where the woman, and her name escapes me right at the moment, whenever she spoke French, her husband would kiss up along her arm, and she would be like in heaven. So yeah, why can't your arms be, part of that orgasmic feeling, right? Everything in your body can create wonderful, pleasurable feelings. Your brain, there you go. Your brain is the most powerful. That's where all the receptors are happening. That's where everything is coming all together. That's where the files are being put in. And, you've got to sometimes brush some cobwebs off the old ones. Sometimes you have to take some files out and throw them out because they're past the belief that they should be. Their time is gone, and get it out of there. Bring in some new information. So your brain is like the most powerful sex organ. It's where your fantasies happen. It's where your imagination flows. It's where everything just kind of comes together. So for today, I'd like you to keep an open mind, okay? There's no judgment. This is just you discovering yourself through a little exercise. That's all. Your earlobes, that's a pretty sensitive area too, behind your knees, your toes. You talk about different fetishes, and sometimes you hear a man say, well, I've got a foot fetish or a toe fetish, or a woman having a foot fetish or a toe fetish or a shoe fetish. Right? I kind of like my shoes too. So yeah, just another place to enjoy yourself or someone else. I don't know, I can't reach my toes, but you know what I mean. As for your breast, we're going to go through that little part too and talk about how the sensations there. But the one I like to talk about the most, okay, I'm going to be very honest here. This is like my favorite topic of all times. And I am looking because I've misplaced my clitoris. I'm not going to show you my actual clitoris. And I don't want to see your actual clitoris. That's not what I'm here for. But I have a clitoris. See, I have a clitoris. So we're going to talk a little bit about this clitoris. So the clitoris, when you go down to your genitals, and I want to do this now before we do the exercise because I don't want to interrupt the exercise, is just a little knob here at just between the labia. So it's just this little nub. It has 8,000 nerve endings. 8,000. Okay, the penis, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think the penis only has like 1,000, if not even 1,000. So like we're like super orgasmic in this area. And women, again, like I mentioned, can orgasm all kinds of places. So not just the clitoris or vaginally or anally, but we have a G-spot zone, we have the earlobes, we have all kinds of things. But I'm going to talk about the clitoris because, again, like I said, it's my favorite piece. You see how excited I get when I talk about clitorises? So the 8,000 nerve endings, but you know what the great amazing part about this is? As you stimulate it, okay, whether you use enhancement creams or not, or lubricant, or just yourself, or a partner's tongue, or a toy, whatever, it can enlarge inside, because there is an inside to this, anywhere between 50 and 300%. So these legs are actually up inside your body and they enlarge, and that's where all these orgasmic feelings are happening. Okay, so this actually kind of goes up into your buttocks. So when you orgasm, if you feel your butt constricting, that's orgasming. That's things that are happening down there that are making you feel absolutely wonderful. Okay. So again, for this exercise, if you have some things you want to bring along, feel free to. This is all about you and enjoying who you are and what you're wanting to do. Okay, so we're gonna go on this little journey together. Again, I am just gonna keep my clothes on. I'm gonna keep this nice and safe. Again, orgasm is not the final destination, but it is a nice to have. And we're just gonna lay down, or you're gonna lay down, I'm gonna talk, and just kind of spend the next 10-15 minutes maybe and go through this. So what I want to do is I'm going to create a little PDF that's going to kind of go through the exercise and maybe a little bit of sexual wellness education while I'm at it, and put some information on there for you to have going forward. Okay, so again, open mind. Okay, we're going to connect to ourselves. We're going to connect in just a very gentle and loving way to who we are inside. Okay, all right, so let's go. So if you can, lay down. Now if you're in a situation where you're listening to me and this needs to be done later, but you still want to listen to the talk, feel free, that's fine. I am going to have some pauses, so if you're catching it, you're putting it on pause and I'm quiet, I might just be quiet for probably about no more than 30 seconds at a time, because it is a video and people get a little bored sometimes. But the premise is to take the exercise and do it on your own, when you have time and you have your own privacy, right? Okay, so let's do this journey together. Okay, now if you're fortunate enough to have some sunshine, mine's gone away again. They're calling for rain here in the next half hour to hour, so I can't do too many redos on this. So I just want you to lay down and just feel the sun. First of all, just feel the sun. If you are doing this naked, that's even better. Just feel the sun on your body. Just let those rays and that vitamin D just go in and just absorb as much as you can. Let that light from the sunshine just come in through the top of your head, through your whole body. Okay, just breathe normally to start. We're going to do a couple of purifying breaths here in a minute, but just kind of breathe normally right now. And when you're ready, we're going to do two purifying breaths. You're going to do a big inhale, okay, right into your diaphragm. You're going to suck in as much light and love as you can. And then you're going to breathe out, and you're going to breathe out all the toxicity and tension that you can. Okay, be ready for this? Okay, let's go. So let's breathe in. Now, if you have other breathing exercises you like to do, so I'm sure there'll be some sessions in this this conference about breathing exercises. Breath work is a great way to get in touch, with yourself, and just let your body exhale all of that tension and toxicity. So next, let's just kind of take our hands, start at the top of your head. I really like, if those of you who are into chakras, your third eye, all the energy kind of starts at the top here. Just feel your hair. Animals like having their heads petted, right? You will always wonder why, but it is a very calming. You see those head massagers in a dollar store. And honestly, I've never really tried one, but I'm thinking they might be pretty cool. Once you start doing this, and with yourself, when you're doing your hair, sometimes even your hair, when it's a little grimy or something, you like to brush it out. Like to feel, just feel your hair. Just feel how nice it is, how calming it is. Okay. And then work your way over to your face. Spend a little bit of time on your earlobes. Okay, your earlobes. Your earlobes can be quite a miraculous little place. I remember when I was much younger, I'm talking much younger, this hasn't happened to me for a few decades, but I've had a few boyfriends and friends along the way that love licking the ears. I think that was more of a teenager thing. I don't know, it was something we just liked our tongues to explore everything. But you know, your ears can be quite an interesting area to explore and to see if you can orgasm with your ears. You know, just something to think about. Move your cheeks, your lips. Just touch them. Just feel them. Okay, just feel how they feel. How do they feel? Your neck. Your neck holds your head up, holds all those muscles, right? Your neck, just the softness, just, you know, again, the muscles, the strength in your neck. Just feel how strong your body is right there. Your chest. Feel your heart beating. Can you feel your heart beating through? And then your breasts. So, yes. The breasts, they're just such a nice added piece to your body, you know. Caress them, feel them. What do they feel like? Is there any emotion coming out with that? If you're a mother, you might have a little bit of emotion in there that needs to be released. The nipples, the aorta, you know, areola. Sorry, getting my words mixed up. Your nipples will become hard, right? Again, another great area for sensation. So spend some time there, okay? Just breathe. Feel the sunshine. Oh, the sunshine's out right now. Feel the sunshine. Notice if you make sounds as you're doing this exercise. Are you moaning? Are you expressing that pleasure in any way? Now, as you move down to your stomach, I always find this is the softest part of the body, is the stomach. I just find that skin is so soft. You may have some rolls, you know, it happens. You might have some stretch marks. You might have some scars. That happens. Just feel all of it. Just feel it. Just take your time and just run your fingers across your stomach and just feel this and feel what you feel. Just feel. As you're doing that, just take a second and just, you know, just breathe, listen, enjoy the air. If you're lucky and there's a little bit of a breeze, just feel the breeze. Listen to the birds. Feel your hips. I love my hips. I'm a European descent. I have a little bit of booty happening back there. I kind of like it. You know, makes me feel special. I'm a little hippie. Yep, in many ways, I'm a little hippie. That's another tool you can bring, you know, thinking of hippies. But yeah, that's up to you on that department. Yeah, your hips. Now, I'm going to have you go to your thighs. So most of us don't think of our inner thighs as a central part of our body. But wow, there's a lot of nerve endings there too, you know? You just can feel, I don't know, there's just something there, and it's just a different area, right? If you can reach just, you know, under your knees, that's another very sensual spot too. It's just below the, underneath your, like the bottom part of your leg, behind your knees. Just all kind of comes together. Now, without touching your genitals, I just want you to touch your groin, just inside the leg. Another very, another very sensual spot. You know, it's just an area again that we sometimes don't think about. So do you feel the sensuality? Do you feel anything there? Do you feel the difference in the elasticity of the skin too, you know? Just even from our hips to our inner thighs to our groin, how our skin is so different from one area to the other. It all kind of makes us, you know, it just the marvel of our bodies and how we're put together. And, you know, you get the practitioners that will talk about the insides and how many different ways blood and liquid and muscle and mass and fat and everything else. But on the sensual side of things, you know, the body is just a whole wonderland. I believe there's a song like that, you know, your body is a wonderland. Your body is a wonderland. Why don't we take the time to explore this wonderland more often, right? Again, it keeps us calm, keeps us sane. Okay, ready for the big one? So now the genitals. A lot of women get really concerned that their genitals don't look right, or that it's totally different than somebody else's. There's a wall of vaginas. You can just Google wall of vaginas, it'll come up. And I believe there's even some coffee mugs and things that have all these different vagina shapes on them, because we are all different. You know, it's just different that everybody has different colored hair, different colored eyes and textures, and our skin's all different for everybody. Same with the vagina. It's different for everybody. Everybody has either big labia, small labia. You know, the clitoris sometimes sticking out, sometimes it's not. There's usually a hood on it because, again, those 8,000 nerve endings, right? You don't want that totally exposed, or we'd be walking around looking for something all the time. But just explore it, enjoy it, love it. See what it can bring you, you know? Just give yourself permission. No judgment, no limiting beliefs, no whatever. That clitoris was put here for us for a reason. Okay, if it takes you into an orgasmic frenzy, then go for it. Enjoy it. Release all that tension. Build up your dopamine and your endorphins and whatever else gets all released with that wonderful orgasm. Just give yourself permission to do it. Give yourself permission to spend some time exploring yourself and exploring your self-love. It's, you know, some people do it every day, some people do it more than once a day, some people do it once a month, some people do it once a year, some people do the ABCs, anniversary, birth dates, and if they feel like a coach bag, but you know, they have to get themselves worked up for it, away you go, right? So yeah, just, I don't know, just take the time to enjoy. So when you're doing this exercise on your own, and just absorbing the beauty of your own body, and just creating that mental calmness, creating that relaxation, creating that connection, mind, body, universe, spirit, whatever you want to call it, just enjoy. And if you are into journaling, why not journal a little bit? Say, hey, you know what, I really liked how I touched my earlobes. Maybe if you have a partner, you might say, hey, do you mind, let's try something a little bit different. And if they're, or even yourself, massage is always great too, right? Start off gently with that, and work through it that way too. Lots of different ways you can bring what you discover from this little exercise into your real world. If you find that I have a little bit of tension, maybe touching your ears, might just take away some of that tension that you might have. You might just find, okay, if I just do a little bit of this or that, it helped make me feel a little bit better. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's exercise. I don't know, I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying taking in the sun. It's very warm here now with the sunshine, and just want to thank you for taking the time to spend with me and talk about embodiment, and how this methodology can bring something new to your world. If you use it more for just release and masturbation, maybe you might want to take some time and expand on that part of your life, and take the time to really just enjoy your being and your body, and what you can discover out of it, and what you can bring forward with that, right? Because being in tune, it's a learning process, and it's a journey, and it's a growing thing. It's not something that happens immediately. We lose a lot of our, I don't know how you want to put it. You lose a lot of what you were in touch with when you were younger because of life, right? Life, kids, work, spouses, houses, entertainment, phones. That's my big one, is the phone. You just kind of forget that that your body also needs to be included in the relaxation portion. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the gentleman who was doing the podcast has a nighttime routine. So the last part of his night, he's got 3 parts. Is basically, he's got a time that he stops work, a time that he stops electronics, and then he has a time for wind down. And his friends were like, well, how can you not be on your phone just before you go to bed? What do you do in that hour, right? If you have no TV going, no computer going? And basically he looked at them and then said, intimacy. I talk to my wife. We enjoy each other's company. We talk about our day. We finish everything off. And if you're alone, maybe it's intimacy with yourself. Go through this exercise. It'll help you with sleep too, right? Again, even if you don't reach that orgasm, sometimes just getting in tune with your body will help you have an awesome sleep. So anyways, I just want to close it off with that. And I want to thank you very much for your time. Please look for the PDF with a little bit of information. And I hope you enjoyed today. And yeah, stay healthy, stay loving, stay in love, keep peace, be kind, don't forget to smile. and just enjoy nature, enjoy the forest, enjoy life. Thank you very much.